Hello, I just finished a track called Tripod. It's on my SoundCloud here, and I would love to get a comment or two. If you haven't heard it, here's a preview.
Human affairs were being watched from timeless worlds of space. Few men even considered the possibility of life on other planets. And yet, across the gulf of space, minds immeasurably superior to ours regarded this earth with envious eyes. And slowly and surely, they drew their plans against us.
So yeah, if you want to hear the whole track, just go on my SoundCloud. I don't like people that ask for subscribers or followers, so I guess I hate myself in a bit now. But if you find this walkthrough tutorial thing helpful, it would be a great way for you to show your appreciation. Just seeing a comment or something on my SoundCloud makes my day, to be honest. And that might sound silly, but that's actually true. Actually, the first take I did on this video, I was gonna say, if you go on my SoundCloud now, you can be the first one to comment, and then I just saw this comment when the song played, and I was just like smiling. So thank you, Dom the Stan, Hi Dudes, and Bzk, and Futuristic Official. Thank you very much for those comments. Yes, okay, so now let's just cut to the chase and start dubstepping here. Okay, so yeah, the song starts out with a sample from War of the Worlds, like the early one, not the movie. The movie has this speech also, but it's not the same. This is the original one from whenever it was. I don't have the year in my head right now, but it's here.
No one would believe in the last years of the 19th century that human affairs were being watched from the timeless world.
I have no idea what happened there. Might be the CPU that's spiking.
19th century, that human affairs were being watched from the timeless worlds of space. Few men even considered the possibility of life on other planets. And yet, across the gulf of space, minds
yeah, okay, there it is. So the sound might cut out sometimes when this turns red, but don't worry about that. Okay, so yeah, here's the samples, but I didn't add those until later. Actually, the main thing about this tune is the bass line, I think, so I'll just start with that, I guess. Bassline, here I think it is. And I layered that with the sub down here. And also in the sub, that's what makes this bass so amazingly fat. Is this sub assist. I've started to use like something to assist the sub to make it more fat, because not all systems has you know, are capable of producing those really low frequencies. But if you add this, then it works on them too. Plus it just makes the whole bass fatter. Like if we listen to it, that's just the sub. So if we listen to that together with this, sure, that's fat and yeah, but if you listen to it with this square wave just makes it sound like it's distorting, or yeah, I don't know. And by its own it sounds, you know, pretty dull, but together with the sub it just, I don't know, it sounds good. But yeah, I think it's basically just this square wave Yeah, a square wave and just a sine wave here, distortion and white noise. So, you know, nothing fancy at all. And I have the sausage fat. It's turned on. I think it was turned on. Just a tiny bit. Yeah, I think it was like maybe 1% or something. That's stupid. Why did I even... Okay, I don't know if that was activated, but yeah, I don't think that matters. So what I did was I just took out the low stuff, you know, you don't want it to conflict with your sub bass. And then just boosted around here to make it sound like I wanted. This thing makes it wide. Okay, I think that's a big part in it too. It's not just mono, it's pretty wide too. And then just boosted the taste at around 600-ish. Depends on which key you're in, kinda. That's almost the same sound. But yeah, enough about that. I can't go into detail too much, I think, because I don't have the time. I've written like a script here, so I'm just gonna go through what I need to talk about in this. Yeah, the drums. I can just take like a short overview of the drums because it's nothing special. What you want to be focusing on in the drums, first of all, you need to think about what atmosphere you want in the track, kinda. So in this track, those drums just fits perfectly, you know. Kinda old school dubstep almost. It's not that Skrillex, you know, the 200 thing. Well, it is a 200 hertz peak here, but you can hear it sounds almost acoustic. But the main thing about dubstep's drums is that you want the kick to be peaking at around 100, they say on forums and stuff, but usually it's a bit lower. As you can see here, it's at like 100 and down to 50. So that's kind of around that's where you want your kick to hit, and the snare is almost always at 200 these days. But you know, you want to tune the snare so they fit in whatever key you're in. The kick is 3 parts. One low here, and the other ones are just to add click. That's FX thing is annoying. I'm just gonna go through. Okay, so it's a ride just playing to fill out the high end. A crash. This, I didn't use this. Yeah, that's some weird kick that I didn't use. Snare. And the snare. And you can get both of these snares actually for free if you just search Crispy Dinner at Google. Yeah. And some hats and like a clap to make this sound bigger, so the snare goes like that. Yeah, that's it for drums, I guess. And some of these are sent to like reverb and stuff, I think. At least some of them. Yeah, no, none of them. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, more hats. Yeah, no, I didn't end up using that. So maybe I should talk about the effects. Effects are stuff that things that beginners tend to overlook. They don't really care about the effects, just about the crazy bass lines and stuff. But the effects really adds, you know, the impact and the build up and stuff. You know, if you listen to only the effects, that, you know, makes this sound maybe 20% more huge than it would be. Okay, actually it made it sound 100% more huge. Listen. the builds up, the you know, effects and swooshes and wishes and poofishes and downrisers and stuff, they are very important. So you should have a folder dedicated to that and sort it out well. That's something that I should cover in another video, because I've started to be very organized with the, you know, different you know, in my sample library. So that's gonna be another video. But yeah, and like FX also builds a lot of, like, not only tension like here, but it also adds like a whole new depth to the track, which is very important. And the FX, or you know, you don't want the FX to be mono, obviously. You want them to be very wide in the stereo field, so it sounds bigger. Yeah, here's something that I think I succeeded in doing properly. As you can see here, I have it in this group, but it's not really supposed to be here. You can hear that impact, the one that's in the delay right now, the wanker wanker. That one, I think it's, yeah, here. No, here. Yeah. That's the same sound as the bass line. It's something that I sampled out from the bass line and then put some reverb and ping pong delay on to introduce the bass line before it hits, so it sounds kind of sounds familiar in a way, but it still doesn't sound you know, it doesn't sound, I don't know, you don't want it to come as a surprise, but you kind of still want it to come as a surprise, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so that's a good thing to keep in mind if you have like a good intro to a tune, and then the drop sounds totally random. It might be a good idea to add these kind of like small stuff from the drops, and just put them with some ping pong delay. So you're kind of introducing the synths. There are a lot of good examples on people that does that, but that's again gonna be another video if I'm gonna talk about that, because we don't have time. I think this is probably over 10 minutes already. Again, you can hear this thing here. Yeah, I think that's about it. Except the, you know, I have some synths here somewhere. No, where are they? Yeah. It's just some square wave synths that I... Very easy synths to do. I feel like I almost don't need to go through them, but I'll do that anyways. It's just a square wave, and then you take the step sequencer and put these on different places here, and put this up at 12 so it goes up 1 octave in pitch, and then you can just change this around and put this very fast, and it's gonna sound like that 8-bit sound. And this is just a square wave with a really short envelope, maybe some effects on, yeah, some reverb and stuff on the return tracks. But I just made the amp envelope really short, and it sounds pretty cool. It fits with the track. And it's 2 layers. One is wide and one is mono, I think. But both have a lot of reverb on them, so yeah. I think that's it, except for the samples, but I don't know. I just took samples that I liked and that I thought would sound cool. I think I started out with this voice thing in the start, because I felt like there was gonna be, here's how the track sounded at first. This is like the first version. So this is how it's started out, kinda. So there's no War of the Worlds sample here. And the drop doesn't sound half as good as it does now. So yeah, I think that's almost it. Might be something that I forgot. No, I think that's about it. If you have any questions at all, you know, any question, just fire away and I will try my best to answer them. Okay, bye for now.